market is what is commonly referred to as right to work. By this policy, workers do not have to join a union or organized labor group for the sake of employment. At present, Virginia is a right to.
So what it means is that unions are not allowed to write contracts with a business saying that all of the new employees have to join the union. So he's almost right. If there is no union at a business, you can still work there and not have to join a union.
Right. So the employee doesn't have to join the union, right? So new employees aren't forced to join the union. They don't have to pay dues, but the union still has to cover for, them. They have to fight for their rights. All employees, not just the union employees.
Yeah. So it's basically a way
it's
of
widely considered like a union busting kind of law.
Yeah, it is a union busting law. It's specifically made to reduce the power of unions so that unions go away. Because Republicans also hate collective bargaining because it gives power to the workers. And Republicans don't want power to be in the hands of the workers. They want power to be in the hands of the capitalists that run the business. They want to give tax breaks to the capitalists. They want the workers to be barely scraping by or just dying. This to me is so obviously anti-worker. Everything that he's said so far, I don't want you to have a living wage. I don't want unions to be able to fight for you. I don't want you to have health care. I don't want you to have child care. I want companies to be able to pollute everything around you. How is this not so obviously he's on the side of billionaires, period.
Yeah.
He's not on the workers' side.
Right.
And it's not just him. It's almost all politicians in the Republican Party are this way. They're on the side of big business. They hate workers.
Right.
Or maybe they don't hate workers, but they are completely apathetic to the needs of the workers.
Yeah. Well, they want laissez-faire economics, right? They don't want any government intrusion unless it has to do with unions, because if it was true laissez-faire economics, then unions should be able to create whatever contracts they want with the company, and employees should be able to organize without interference from the government at the very least, but no, that would be anti-corporation, so an anti-billionaire. So they don't want that.
Yep. Yeah. Brutal capitalism for the working class. Wonderful socialism for the billionaire class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Work state. Would you be in favor of repealing right to work? Yes or no? Senator Hashmi?
We support all efforts to repeal right to work. States that don't have right to work laws generally offer better working conditions and outcomes for employees.
Mm-hmm.
In Virginia, right to work restrictions affect wages, benefits, and overall job quality. Many workers and most of the general public don't understand how labor laws are central to better economic outcomes. As Lieutenant Governor, I will always push for legislative changes for workers' rights.
So how's he going to argue with that?
Yeah. I mean, I know how he's going to argue with it. He's going to say, well, you as the worker should have the right to work. But right to work is a terrible name. It sounds so good for the worker. You have the right to work. It sounds so nice. It sounds like something you should want if you're a worker.
Right.
But it's bad for you as the worker. It's bad for you. It's a restriction on your power.
Yeah.
It is a restriction on, not your power as an individual, but your power as part of the working class. It is a restriction on the power of the working class.
Yeah.
So they really should call it. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it should be called right to work for, sub-living wage or you're fired.
I was going to call it right to die.
Right to die. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you have the right to give everything you have to the economy and get nothing for it.
Right.
Mr. Reed. Senator Hashmi says that the general public doesn't understand labor law. It's clear that she doesn't understand economics. And when she's advocating doing away with the right to work.
I mean, she just said states without right to work laws have better job outcomes.
Yep.
Higher wages, better living standard, better job safety, just better conditions for the working class.
Yeah.
How does she not understand economics? That's true. That's just fact.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that your feelings are hurt by that fact, Mr. Reed, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that fact just rustles your jimmies, but you can't argue that knowing that fact is wrong. Like it just is one.
Yeah.
Work, she is advocating crushing the working class in Virginia. How do I know this? Her own party used to.
So, again, there are states without right to work laws. Is the working class crushed in those states? No, it's better. It's doing better than the working class in Virginia.
She just said specifically that.
Yeah.
He's just, no, I don't believe what she said on her website, that what we made her say,
But if we do the same thing that state does, our outcome will be so much worse because our people are called Virginians, and that is a difference between them and those other people from those other states. They're called something else.
Right.
See, that's the whole difference here is what we call the people of our state, and that dictates the outcome of laws because reasons.
Yeah.
Agree. Chuck Robb, Jerry Beliles, Doug Wilder, even Mark Warner and Tim Kaine, all Democrat governors advocated for the right to work, which means that the worker decides whether they join a union.
Yes, that is true, that Democrats have argued for right to work as well, because a lot of Democrats are in the pocket of big business too.
Yeah.
That is a problem. That is a problem in the United States. That our politicians are anti-union. They want to bust up unions because unions give power to the working class.
Yeah.
So any Democrat who does not want to do that, does not want to implement right to work laws, has my vote.
Yeah.
Or not. It means that the worker decides whether money is taken out of their paycheck and siphoned off to the labor union, which, by the way, then goes to some nefarious political activities that many people
like helping you.
Yeah, all these nefarious political activities of helping you out and, advocating for your well-being.
Yeah, bargaining for higher wages for you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like, would you like to get 100% of $80? Or would you like to get only 90% of $100?
Yeah.
Right. See, one, you're getting 100%, the whole thing, all of it. The other, you're only getting 90%. That's less than 100%. That's a smaller percentage. Therefore, you want the higher percentage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're Republicans. We're going to get you a higher percentage of a lower wage.
People wouldn't agree with. I stand with the working people of Virginia. I want the person who goes to work every day to make that decision for themselves. That's important for the working people. It's important for businesses. If we're bringing businesses to Virginia, the reason they're coming is not just that we have a beautiful beachfront and we have the mountains. It's because they can do business here without being dictated to by a labor boss from New Jersey. And Senator Hashmi is advocating changing that law to a point where no one will want to come to Virginia and we will lose.
Yeah. No one will want to come to Virginia because wages will just be so high. Gosh. Could you imagine? What a horrible world where like you go to work and like you're paid well.
That's right.
God.
You're paid a living wage.
Sounds terrible. No, we want to make sure that everyone who comes to Virginia is coming because they want a low wage.
That's right.
We want the lowest wages in the entire country. Come to Virginia. Eat your breadcrumbs.
And pay them so little that they can't leave.
Yep. Come to Virginia, eat your breadcrumbs, get sick, and die. That's Mr. Reed's slogan.
That's right.
Businesses to Tennessee, which, by the way, doesn't have an income tax. So we're giving up the number one reason that businesses come to Virginia, the northernmost state with the right to work. And
the thing is, businesses can still make a profit when a union is able to bargain for the workers' rights.
Yeah.
The profit might not be as high, but they can still make a profit. So why would you as a business go, well, we can't make as high a profit over there than we can here, so we're going to refuse to expand over there and just stay here. Like, that doesn't make business sense. You want to expand to every market where you can make a profit.
Right.
So what he's saying just makes no fucking sense.
Right.
There are people in Virginia, so there is profit to be made as a business.
Yeah. Lots of people in Virginia.
A reckless and irresponsible decision. I suspect that Senator Hashmi actually knows that, and her friends at the labor unions will reward her. Hashmi actually knows that. And
why is it cutting to a still image of her? That's so weird.
No idea.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Labor unions will reward her for this position that she's taking. I will always stand with the working people of Virginia.
Another economic
against the labor unions? Like, what?
I will always stand with the working people of Virginia to lower their wages.
That's right.
We want to make sure you, as the worker, have the lowest wage you can.
Yeah. Exactly.
When you go to the store, we want to make sure that you get the cheapest breadcrumbs you can. And we want to make sure that your boss gets more money.
That's right.
Come to Virginia, eat breadcrumbs, get sick, die.